Welcome back to the second part of our debate, where we determine once and for all the fate of religion. Last time, we discussed how religion may be too costly to be an adaptation, and perhaps our species will be better off without it. But what if that isn't completely representative? Today, we will be reviewing something called cooperation. Working together allows us to achieve more than going it alone. But alliances are notoriously unstable. How do we know who to trust? One mistake can be fatal. That's where altruism comes in. While self-sacrificial behaviors may not be adaptive on an individual level, it is beneficial for group selection, and many species exist today because of this group selection. Some birds perform voluntary calls of alarm to warn others of their flock of danger. This call can attract predators to the individual bird, but it allows others a chance to escape. Although disadvantageous to the individuals, such behaviors evolved because groups of callers fared better than groups without callers. This self-sacrifice signals to other birds that this bird can be trusted. That and the fact that birds who could call but decide not to are severely punished. This level of social control is important to solving the problem of social life at the individual level, as long as the cost of enforcement is lower than the cost of the behavior. For the birds, the cost of enforcement is expending a bit of energy, while the cost of failing to call is death to the flock. The same can be found in human societies. Hunter-gatherer societies in modern times are the best examples for simulating the past lifestyles of our ancestors. They are often egalitarian not because they lack selfish impulses, but because those impulses are effectively controlled. Even the strongest individual human, who can usually dominate rivals, cannot fight off a collective. This way, self-serving acts are curtailed and moral communities are formed, where you help those who will eventually return the favor. There is no need for extreme self-sacrifice of any one member this way, and one of the best methods of social control is a universal religious commitment. This is especially true with a small group of people, as we are psychologically prepared to bind ourselves into functional groups. Religion isn't just a cultural invention, but can increase the survival within a group. You might be wondering if you're only doing good because you're forced to. That doesn't make you a good person. That may be true, and while moral philosophy cares, evolution doesn't. If you help your tribe will survive. The reason doesn't matter. And in terms of natural selection, religiosity doesn't appear to have negative effects overall. Religious people are generally not less successful, healthy, or fertile than non-religious counterparts, and in North America can score higher on measures of physical and mental health. Because religion can enhance solidarity, provide existential purpose, and explain origins and fates, it can activate placebo healing, and placebos can play powerful roles in our mental and physical well-being. Although religion might not always paint an accurate representation of the world, the error is negligible on an evolutionary scale and satisfies a fitness function. Natural selection will always favor inaccuracy if it helps you survive. In humans, selection favors high and often emotional religious convictions. But wait, humans are rational beings and driven by facts rather than emotions. They will always favor epistemic accuracy over religious error and meet counterintuitive information with incredulity rather than pious commitment. Religion creates a system of conformity and docility and can help detect and punish cheaters trying to take advantage of the group. Cheaters can try to mimic signals of the in-group, but religious emotions are hard to fake, and public rituals allow for scrutinizing of emotions from your peers. The high cost of religion can be a reliable signal that someone is genuine about their intentions. They can back up their words with actions, and they are one of us and can be trusted. In fact, religious individuals tend to donate more time and resources during times of crisis, a time when it's more important to know who we can trust. Perhaps instead, we should view the cost of religion as adaptive signals. But sometimes the cost can be a little too high, as shown in Part 1, and these kind of systems can be exploited to the detriment of the individual members or the whole group. So do the benefits outweigh the costs? It's hard to say, as these costs and benefits are not comparable on a one-to-one basis. So is religion adaptive or maladaptive? Perhaps you made up your mind already, but for those who haven't, there is a third option that may be perfect for you, and we'll see what that is in Part 3.